Hi, Faith Bible Church. It is Friday here in Jerusalem. It is Shabbat. It is the beginning of Sabbath. The sun is setting. We had a great day today seeing some of the sights. And right now, I want to send you greetings for your worship service as you're there in beautiful Vineland, New Jersey. We had a day here at the beginning of our tour when it was in the 40s in Vineland. It was 107 degrees in Tiberias. It was brutally hot, but we made it through, and did have one lady that ended up needing to go to the hospital, but she's okay, and she's been able to finish the rest of her tour, and we're having a great time. Behind me, this is a very familiar place. This is the western wall, actually the southwest corner of the Temple Mount. The top of the Temple Mount is a point of great controversy. It is maintained by the Muslim Waqf of Jerusalem. The worship there is exclusively Muslim, but the security there is by the Israelis, and it's just this conflict that's been going on, really a conflict that dates back to the Old Testament, to Ishmael and Isaac, to the child of promise and the child who was not the child of promise. It is a conflict that is spiritual in nature. And so when you hear things about Jerusalem, or you hear things about Israel, or you read things that are happening even in our country where there's seems to be a rise of anti-Semitism and a decline in support for the nation of Israel, people that are supporting many times terrorists as opposed to legitimate governments trying to protect their people. Many times as you see these things, realize that the reason for this is a spiritual dynamic. This is Satan at work trying to hinder the plan of God to establish Jesus as the rightful king in this place. Here in Jerusalem, you get the idea that places are so very important. There's great contests over even a particular place or a particular room, and religious factions fight over these things. Well, I believe that there's an element of truth to that, and that to God, places are important. We know that Jesus is going to rule and reign in his millennial kingdom right here from Jerusalem. And as our world grows increasingly confusing and as sin abounds more and more, aren't you thankful that we celebrate and worship a God today, as it's the Lord's Day, in your worship today, that we celebrate and we worship a God who is sovereign, who is in control, and who will rule and reign and accomplish his purposes. I pray that God will bless you today, and I'm glad to be able to share this little bit with you here from Jerusalem. It's on from here to Greece, and we're looking forward to a great time there, and we'll update you from there as well. God bless you, and as they say in Israel, Shabbat Shalom.